So we go into the second decider of the day, the last decider, the final match. And it's between two Swedes that we dearly love. Mr. Knoff, of course, the inventor of Camp Knoff, one of the greatest orcs that Europe has ever seen. And yeah, how are his chances here? You know, he's a pretty busy man. I don't know if you're aware of that. He just started a business. He's dealing with a girlfriend at the moment. Started dating and stuff. He's gotta lift the weight, get the gains. Has to run Camp Knoff and playing as well. Super busy, and he's facing StarShaped. And yeah, I don't know what he does.
Well, he's busy oftentimes complaining about Night Elf. We know that much. Maybe that is part of the reason why now he's playing off-race human. Has been off-racing as human on ladder for quite a bit. Has been, in fact, playing all the races a lot in his past. Outside of Undead. Night Elf, human, and Orc, yup. But Undead, not so much. Human here. Which is weird. Isn't Night Elf supposed to be pretty decent against Orc?
I would think so too, but you know, the StarShaped meta is always a little different from the normal brains. So he will have his reason. I think we've seen him playing a bit more human recently, so maybe it's just a better practice altogether recently with human, and maybe he just feels it a little more.
Perhaps inspired by the great Infi and TH at WGL, who showed us how good this race can be if played well. Certainly not the easiest race. Certainly not the most straightforward. But very good in competent hands.
Knoff, his last match we saw was on this very map. We was up against Stronic. And you might think, who the hell is Stronic? Yeah, we didn't know either. But this 23-year-old kid showed that he definitely belongs in the close qualifier. 2-0'd Knoff there in the last round of the Open Qualifier 3. And yeah, let's see if Knoff is doing better here. It's a different matchup, of course. These guys know each other inside out, but boom, there's the first last hit for Knoff. Good start.
42 experience right there.
That sounds a little like Toxie. There.
That's troll.
We kind of forgot Toxie in the French discussion, by the way. We're bad people.
We love you, Toxie. How far did he get in the qualifiers? Not very far, right?
No. He was complaining about seedings quite a bit.
Oh, was he?
Uh-huh.
Well, he is a math and numbers expert. I imagine if anybody knows, it's him. That's Rifleman's.
Correct, Remo.
Blacksmith, Rifleman's. So apparently not that inspired by WGL, where Riflemen were not seen pretty much at all against Orc. It was all breakers and priests, and maybe sometimes a sorceress or two.
So you know StarShaped quite well. Would you think that is because he just prefers it and he might like feel Rifleman a little more, or is it an anti-Knoff build because he knows his opponent so well?
I think StarShaped is still very much stuck in his pre-patch mindset of rifles are broken. Rifles are the best units in the game. Let's play the rifles. And because he has experience with it. It's also transitionally much easier than Breaker Priest. With Breaker Priest, knowing your power spikes and the proper creep routes and the proper responses and how to fight with the right militia call is not that easy. Whereas rifles, it's pretty simple. You just keep on making rifles. Don't have to be concerned with adding in breakers or sorks. You just make rifles. A few priests, you know, like 2, 3, maybe 4 priests, you know, if you're feeling a little spicy. And the rest is all rifles. And then you make pew pew. Shooty shooty McFace.
Shooty McFace. That sounds like a great strategy. It's coming for us. StarShaped has a little bit of an issue here, right? It's not level 2, no Brilliance Aura trying to fight for these nulls, but Knoff is right there. No Chain Lightning, of course. Mana is looking okay, though, so this should probably be a new set of wolves. Oh, Grunt Block, knowing that this Archmage would like to retreat. But the bouncer says no, but then lets him enter anyway. Didn't like the clothes at first, I guess, but then took a second look.
Yeah, so good at damage on the AM though. With the TC being ready with Stomp and Speed Scroll soon, this is gonna become quite dangerous. Yeah, this early game, amazing for Knuff. Horrible for StarShaped. Only gonna get his level 2 now, which is a sad, sad time. Aren't you supposed to creep the green first, and then run across the map, harass the Orc main, force him to be home, and then you do militia creep on the other green? I don't know. But normally, when we see the games here, it's looking a little better for the human. Of course, again, this isn't StarShaped's main. He's probably winging it a little bit as well. Big item in the middle goes to TC. One of Mana Steel. It's pretty nice.
It's funny that you raised this question, if you should go to the little green first, and then don't even let me answer. It's kind of rude, Remo.
No, but just laid out the points first, and now, Neo, tell me, what is your opinion that we treasure so much?
No, that topic is skipped now. We moved on to the middle spot where you find a Wand of Mana Stealing, which I always like in this matchup. You know, 2 melee heroes with big impact, both in the middle of everything, always in range with that Wand of Mana Stealing.
Oh, dude, one rifle stuck in the base. He unfortunately walled him in with the farms. Whoops.
Not good. He's realizing it now, but this is of course creep speed, and Rifleman is missing in the fight. He got 1 out. Okay, Stormbolt, but definitely a lack of damage.
Nice stomp. Tries to get this around. That is not quite close on the MK. Especially with Shaman coming in here soon. This is gonna get a little more tough for StarShaped. Next stomp is ready. Here's the Shaman, by the way. Oh, but a Stormbolt might take him out early. Level 2 on the Farseer. No mana for Chain Lightning. And that Shaman dies with, you know, without having used Purge. That feels a little bad. This engagement for Knoff, not 100% clean, but he's getting kills of his own.
Okay, you need a little bit of a transition phase, of course. You really want Clap high level, not that easy on Echo Isles, of course. Next Shaman in. 2 Priests as well, they could be caught. TC not fast enough.
Quite surprised he's playing this TC so aggressive.
Maybe
getting the marketplace was already really good, but then continuing to contest for the south seems a little greedy. I guess he also wanted the heal scroll, which is now available.
Okay. Oh, Militia comes in. Good time by StarShaped. He needs these levels desperately. And he needs these items desperately as well. Sentry Ward's good one. No expansion on either side. Heal scroll and Invo Post. And close to level 2 now.
TC now finally solo creeping, but StarShaped has the read. I guess this one was pretty easy to predict that the TC was going to be going over here. Gets to level 2. Gloves of Haste. Oh, and the next Shaman goes down. Probably again without using his Purge. 5-second stun. Dies in that window. Oh, but an Ensnare on the Rifleman as well means that one's gonna fall. Kodo Beast first from the Bestiary. That's surprising against rifles.
Yeah, it's not like you have to bother with breakers that you can easily snack. Ideally, the Rifleman should always be out of range. Can always snack a Water Elemental or something, but this kind of feels bad as well, as it disappears anyway after a little while. Maybe he just wants the damage boost if he feels like he doesn't have enough at the moment, but it's not the greatest damage boost either. He definitely needs some more lockdown, I feel. Needs more Shaman, needs more Purge, needs more Stomp. Or maybe even
already
Ensnare.
upgraded Ensnare, by the way, so Raiders could be added in. You don't want to go too heavy on Raiders. They really don't fight well against rifles, but the Ensnares are useful.
Again, Militia. Sends them back
across
now.
the entire map.
A little bit of a field trip for them, you know? Why not?
Explore the world. Go on an adventure. Like Bilbo Baggins back then.
Yeah,
I like it.
Wasn't as eventful as the Hobbit's journey. Okay,
in we go. TC looking to line out the perfect stomp. He gets a good one. And now he's level 3. Has one more stomp at least. Should be 2 more with a wand. Uses it here. MK's out of mana. Oh, that's a problem. Stomp, chain lightning. More riflemen are going down. And these rifles are having to run. They're not getting to shoot. And they have to TP out before too much more is lost here. StarShaped saves the rest. But there was certainly a fight going to Knoff.
Yeah, I agree. He even got a rifleman with the Kodo. So the Devour got off the control by StarShaped. Not perfect there. And Knoff capitalizing immediately. What's in store? Upgrades. Defense upgrades. I like that. More uptime for the Grunts. Claws of attack +9. Not the greatest, but it's for the Archmage. For the Farseer, it's kind of fine. Mountain King still holding on to the items since the Archmage away. Trying to get level 3 as fast as possible. That is still an issue. His expansion is still there. And he gets level 3 here anyway. The things are getting better. Double Sanctum at it now.
Is he not giving the claws to the Farseer?
Not yet. Give him some time.
So much better on the Farseer.
Maybe the fat TC hand is stuck in the claw and he can't let go at the moment. Needs some butter to oil it up. Give me some orc butter.
Maybe he needs to go to the smithy to get him out of this, what's it called? Horseshoe? Yeah, horseshoe.
Knuff is preparing an expo here. Look at this. Watchtower. Already reinforced defenses, of course. So far, no Sork added, no Breaker added. I can only imagine this will change in a bit. Can't go Mass Priest, only with Double Sanctum. And we see a shop as well, so he's clearly aiming for Breakers.
There's way too many priests, though, isn't it? 5 priests on 50 supply. Like, when you're in really high supply, 5 priests is okay, but... like that.
The production of the Arcane Sanctum. He started as Sorceress after I'm saying he's clearly going for Breakers. StarShaped pulls a definite nope for me here.
Knoff doesn't have a speed scroll anymore. That is surprising. Should probably get Backpack to get some from the main.
Thank you, Lindfra, for the 3-month resub. It's too hot outside. Time to watch some Warcraft. And Tombox with 9 months of a resub. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Dude, I can promise you, it's really hot in here as well, man.
A player's forces are
sweaty spaghetti. Oh, that's always such a bad feeling. The TC that wants to creep. Oh, gets the last hit with the stomp because the Nightcrawler turned invisible again.
And that's an expansion, 50% through. I like the game so far for Knoff. Yeah. Still waiting for the level 4. He got the Mountain King. Yeah, he got the clap. All right. What's the item? Ring. He's a super tanky boy. That's fine.
It's very close to the human main here. This is where Militia is king. Perhaps not that wise to engage.
Not my king!
I didn't vote for you.
Okay, the Sork is in the mix. We get the first Breaker as well. Things are starting to get there for StarShaped. 66 supply. And an effective blocker line soon. Kodo, Grunt, Shaman, all parked in the main. I can only imagine this on purpose. But what's the purpose?
Oh, StarShaped's going for a smart counterattack right here. There's no wall off at this main base. This could be absolutely ravaged, like these peasants right here with the Stomp Lightning Shield combo, but he holds on to the Stomp for now. Does this timing work out with the castle? I think it does.
There's no TP.
And then StarShaped can TP home.
Yeah. No, he can't. StarShaped doesn't have a TP.
Ooh, can he sell something? Oh, no, he can't. He's not going to have any income anymore. Oh, man.
Oh, Knoff has a TP. That should be fine. Oh, he's losing the Great Hall, but how many times did we say, Remo, if you trade an expansion for a main base, absolutely worth it.
And now he has to sell heal scrolls. Man, that feels so bad. In upkeep as well. He has to sell everything. Oh, Jesus.
Is that even worth it, or should you just go for the double Gs at this point? It's a slaughter. Knoff just TP out, not willing to fight in the base, and 4 peasants left.
Yeah, very smart by Knoff. Not just creeping, holding on, sitting back, waiting for the attack, but realizes There was a big opportunity there for counterattack because of that missing TP. Smartly done. And StarShaped getting punished hard for not walling off. That's a big regret right there.
Okay, this must be an all-in. And how would he love to have that heal scroll still?
A player's
And
forces are under attack.
without the 2 rings, the Mountain King might even be nukeable. With all the disable you got. Level 4 Farseer, double heal scroll. I like what I see.
Yeah, this should be the perfect time for Knoff to engage into a fight. And he's right there. StarShaped is giving him this fight right here.
What else is he supposed to do? I don't know, man. Supply lead a little bit. Clap was good, but it's exactly as I say. The MK is nukeable. Has to go for the invul potion. TC as well. This is another big stomp coming in. Trying to surround after the clap. Everything's hurt. Losing a grunt. Stomp in the back line. Big damage loss for StarShaped. And also a hero loss with the Mountain King being zapped and gone. And without clap, what can you do to compete?
Not much anymore. TC waiting for the next perfect stomp. There it is with the mana potion. Chain lightning over the top. Knoff totally owning this fight now. Everything slowed, yes, but StarShaped has barely anything left. 42 supply only. Could perhaps even afford a tavern revive somehow. But on the chase here, he's losing more. With a level 2 endurance, this Orc army is fast, and with Purge, there's also a good amount of catch. Mana's gonna be there for that here soon. And this TC without the MK on the field has nothing to fear. Gets another kill. And level 5!
Ooh, 2 big kills here. Now the big stomp is ready once he got a little more mana. With love of clarity right now. Knoff only used one of the heal scrolls. So he has still one left. 63 supply. Close to 200 gold.
Player's forces
This is
are
a
under
big
attack.
feels good, man. For the bald orc.
And again, he can just walk away. No Stormbolt here to fear. And the aura also making this easier for him. Needs to heal up a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
But he's absolutely in a fine position to do that.
I think mana regen is just the best thing to go for. Does he have a potion, maybe even? Nah, heal potion over mana potion. Not going for the damage, Remo, that hurts me. But what touches me is the resub by 3 with the second 43 month already. Words cannot describe how much joy it is to follow you. Thanks for all, less than 3. What a sweetheart.
Thank you, dude. Kodo's devouring more and more. These devours have been really good by Knoff this game, by the way.
Yeah.
Always lands them. StarShaped not quite so lightning fast to dodge all of them.
So,
Which is very hard to do.
I was about to say, like, is this an issue for StarShaped? Like, it definitely is an issue for StarShaped, but is that something that is enabled by the lack of micro on
Player's
StarShaped
forces
side,
are
or is
under
just
attack.
Knoff so good with it?
Yeah, it's a bit of lack of micro by StarShaped, but it's not like he's playing bad. It's just like we've been watching TH and Infi for the last 2 weeks, you know? Like, not everyone can dodge every single devour every time.
What Elemental puts in some damage on the Great Hall, but I'm pretty sure this is not gonna be enough. And once this is up, Knoff can just sit on this Great Hall, wait, get more reinforcements, get up to 80, get items, and then let StarShaped come to him.
Yeah. Could perhaps even creep the bottom right camp here for level 5 Farseer, but might put him in a weird position. It's not like he needs a level 5.
Yeah, he couldn't go for it for quite some time because there were still units in the stomach, so it was revealed, and then creep jack potential is there, and you don't want to go for a town portal just because you creep one camp. Oh, now we get mana potions. This TC is a badass.
Double scroll of speed also. MK did get an invul, but no mana pot, so only like 2 claps, maybe 3. This looks quite challenging.
That's why we all play it, right? To have challenges. We go for the MK, trying to trigger the invul. That was a good Stormbolt. That was a good clap. But, uh-oh, speed scroll. He really wants to close this out now.
Yeah, more purges.
Oh! Dodges
dodge
the
with
storm.
invul.
Well done, StarShaped.
Yeah. Good timing. Nicely executed.
Two
MK
devours.
off to the side as well. The positioning isn't too bad. But the
Perch.
damage output is just so ridiculously low.
Purge again. Needs some right clicks. Invul is gone. Bye-bye. And that's the level 5. Doesn't need the turtles for it. And that is probably more zap. Could get... Oh my. So many kills. It's a joy if you're a Knuff fan. As the Bulldog is taking the lead with 1-0.
Beautiful combo there. And just sweet as sugar.
I agree, Remo. I agree. So, Knoff, one map away from the close qualifier, huh? I hope he has time this weekend because he's a pretty busy man. I'm not sure if you are aware.
I hope so. Camp Knoff may have to wait a few hours.
Indeed. So, what does StarShaped have to change? Where was the big mistake here?
I think the early game was a big problem already. Being stuck on level 1 forever is not good. You need a level 2. Ideally, you want to get level 3 quickly. And then leverage that strength of the AM by perhaps pressuring a little bit, leveling the MK. When we saw the fight in the south at the Merchant, it seemed like that might be a pretty good engagement there for StarShaped, a pretty good trade. But I think throughout the course of that game, we saw who's playing the main race here and who's just kind of riffing it a little bit more.
All right.
Is he regretting not going with Night Elf now?
Maybe the next map is going to be Concealed Hill. And it is match points for Knoff. Who has to take a second, and we'll of course grant him that. Was probably a stressful game. A lot of pressure on him.
Concealed Hill, our second map. Can be very good for Orc if you're off to an early. That's in your favor. Can be pretty good for Human as well. Can StarShaped make sure he's going to have a better early? I think this is going to be key for this map too, and for his hopes of getting into the close qualifier.
Last chance for StarShaped now. He needs to step up his game big time if he still wants to have a shot. We're on Concealed Hill. We have StarShaped in the upper right, and we got Knoff with the lead in the bottom right. Let's get it on.
So no... Well, it's too early to tell. I was about to say no skip barracks this time. We saw skip barracks on Echo Isles. This enabled the super fast tech for Knoff. But this time he is going to go for an early barracks. Trying to get the grunts out earlier. And putting on some pressure quickly. On this map, at least level 2 AM should be a lot easier, right? You go for the Ogre Warrior camp first, and then you fall back to the green, away from the Orc. And that should be an easy camp to take. If you do it well, if you're quick with your creeping, and the Farseer isn't there instantaneously to harass you. Farseer should be expected. Knoff is still very stubborn with his Blade Master usage against Anid, I mean. But against Human, he is certainly following the Farseer.
Alright, Farseer it is. Archmage it is. This is, of course, a classic matchup being played around 1.12. That is 20 patches before the current state. That's pretty crazy.
1.12?
Mm-hmm. We are now 1.32. So, 20 patches.
Didn't they skip a couple in between, though?
You always have to say something, right? Can't just agree. Like, oh yeah, that's a big number. A long time ago, 20 patches, nice.
Sorry for checking facts, bro.
Yeah.
Sorry for being
We're on the
interested
internet. No one's
in the
checking
truth.
facts.
I'm sorry.
I don't think they did, actually.
I thought they did.
Some patches might have been a little smaller than others, but I don't think they skipped.
But even then, it's like they still have patches in between, right? With the version A, B, and C and stuff.
Yep.
So then it's more than 20. If they did skip.
Ah!
Players' forces are under attack.
Just keeping it real, bruh. Just keeping it real.
Actually more than 20.
The town is under siege.
Which is weird. Like if I had to guess patches since Frozen Throne, I would have said less than 20 ever were released because there was this insane drought.
Yeah.
How long was that? Like 2009 until 2016 where there was nothing.
Yeah. We had a couple of droughts, actually. I think 1.14 was a long patch.
A player's forces are under attack.
1.17 was a long patch, I think.
Why was that, by the way? Is that
They had to think a lot about what they wanted to implement, you know. A lot of heavy thinking went into these patches. Especially
I'm serious.
1.18
Why
was
is
just
that?
online for like 2 weeks or so. I don't know, dude. I don't know.
I think just like game developer philosophies have changed. Nowadays, it's pretty widely accepted that you want to patch your game frequently, keep it fresh, iron out mistakes. Whereas back then, perhaps, you know, after all, this game was released in the early 2000s, it's mostly like a finished product that maybe rarely you do something to I don't know, spice things up every couple of months, maybe a couple of years. Whereas nowadays, other games, they patch every week.
Yeah. And the internet was way slower, so you gotta give people more time to download as well. You have to think about that.
But back then, old Battle.net, was it a lot of stuff to download? Like how many MBs was that?
I don't
A
know.
player's forces
Patches.
are under attack.
One of the most hype patches, I remember, was when Frozen Throne shipped the bonus missions, or the bonus campaign rather, wasn't fully enabled yet. And that came with a later patch.
Yeah.
And that was so cool to be able to continue to play the Rexar campaign. Dude, this game I was hoping it would be going different. I was hoping it would be going better for StarShaped. Normally you get level 2 really easy on this map, but somehow, it didn't work.
Yeah, I would
He's still
love
level 1.
to have an explanation what went wrong here, but we were talking about 20-year-old patches.
Yeah, I think StarShaped once again went for the 2-farm tech, so he had fewer militia to use early, so he was slower with the first creep camp, couldn't go over to the green as a second camp as quickly as he would have liked. And this whole 2-farm tech thing, isn't that kind of out of fashion nowadays? Yeah, you get your MK faster, but you suffer so much for it in the very early stages. Well, StarShaped doesn't seem to agree. He's getting his MK now. But once again, the poor wizard with the white hair doesn't have level 2. He's not very brilliant yet. At the moment, it's just high school education.
Oh man, imagine being so old, still willing to learn, but you can't break through that high school ceiling. Too difficult. All you have to do is to kill a couple of turtles. It's not that hard, but Knoff is just not giving him any time.
Well, I guess level 2 now. The wolves. Could he not resummon? Oh yeah, he couldn't. He didn't have enough mana. Maybe he was on cooldown. Bit of a mistake, overextending with the wolves. That doesn't seem like much, but this little level up absolutely has big impact. Really like this creep route now, this movement now by StarShaped. He's going to the green in the middle of the map to level the MK, and with that is always going to be threatening an aggressive move to creep jack the TC. This means Knuff either has to play really risky, creeping the natural, or has to play slow, creeping somewhere other than the natural.
And he's not going for the green. Still jinxed here as well. Cast a cursed, but with the Stormbolt, he should definitely get that Magi, which is of course the bigger camp and a better item. Will be contested a little. This is time for the TC to level as well. But so far, StarShaped deals with it kind of nicely.
Yeah, it's looking pretty cool. Only issue with an aggressive move like this, creep-wise, is that militia is super far away to help you out. A very valuable experience. More shaman coming. Seems like he's a little late on the second shaman, perhaps. But he's got the first, and still only level 1 elementals. Stormbolt and a grunt. This one's gonna be hard to kill.
Yeah.
We still say berserker strength, don't we?
I don't. You make this mistake all the time. It's brute strength, obviously.
It is brute strength. Making mistakes in 2020, dude. Lulz. Who even does that?
Well, since
Raider
you've-
first this time. I like that instead of Kodo.
Yeah, more lockdown. He went Aura first, so there's no Stomp at the moment. This will definitely help to single out units.
A player's forces are under attack.
Wonder if he goes into Priest super heavy again, or if there's an earlier transition for StarShaped.
Yeah, I think if you play rifles, don't you want to play him heavy?
Mm-hmm.
Like last game, so just a few rifles didn't look that good. Stomp, surround on the MK. Oh, it is not quite closed. Ensnare is ready on the Raider. He survived the Stormbolt. What's he going to throw it on? Mountain King all the way. Stomp against the rifle, but this Stomp wasn't that effective, really. Perhaps StarShaped's time to turn this around now.
Yeah, this entire fight doesn't look too hot. Like, what is StarShaped losing? Effectively hit points on the MK, and he still has an invul. So I'm not too sure if that's the right call. 7-second invul. Should be over soon, so he's moving to the back where he's safe from the Stomp. I like
Doesn't
it.
have a depth training though to dispel the wolves. That's a big deal. Another grunt goes down, however.
Oh, the rifle as well. Sweet time chain lightning.
All right. Pretty even exchange, I guess. But most importantly, Knoff never had the time to creep the natural, never had the time to expand with this strategy that normally requires an expansion at some point. Go for the red snipe now. Oh, the Raider wasn't in range. The ensnare.
Okay. More scouting with the illusions. StarShaped is leveling up as well. Got that clap, got that next invul. I like his shop control, good timings, good inventory. The Knuff is going for the Lord again. Legion Doomhorn, give me that double speed aura, baby.
That is amazing.
Why?
Gonna be so fast now.
Ah,
Gotta go fast, Neo. Gotta go fast. He's about to level 3 here as well. If StarShaped wants to fight, he has to come in from kind of a bad angle and also fight uphill. Oh, but Knoff is actually the one to say goodbye here. TP out, one Shaman will fall. But that's certainly worth it for the red camp and level 3 on the TC. Knoff plenty of gold, by the way. He could send up a peon to the high ground to expand there, if he's really bold.
he pushes.
Dude, StarShaped has level 2 MK only and no mana.
Yeah, and
He has no business being here.
he still wants to brawl, exactly. Speed scroll on top of the unholy, on top of the endurance, max movement speed, let's go. Didn't get a devour off. Chain lightning is nice, but only level 1 of course. It's not that much damage. TC has to hit hard.
Next stomp in the back, doing good damage. No heal squad here anymore. TC out of mana for now, but has that mana potion still. Is waiting to pop it at the perfect time. There it is. Oh my god, hits like the entire army. MK needs to be careful. He's getting focused here a bit. Has the invul though. Knoff's gonna fall back. Stormbolt hits another grunt. That one might be going down, but man, so much of StarShaped's army is just falling. Purge in a few right clicks and the water elemental is gone. Next stomp is ready. TC, where's he gonna land it? Falls back, a little afraid. Perhaps of the MK, who is however out of mana. And snares. Should be ready soon, and the stomp certainly is as well. Going for the MK now. Invul potion. Hold last second. Still in an iffy position, however.
Chain lightning is not taking too much time. StarShaped has to get the F out of here, but how against 2 speed auras with a Stormbolt? Maybe right clicks, and it is enough. The lightning bolt from the Farseer finishes the deal, and there's no damage anymore. The cow is very, very hurt, but you can't finish the deal. StarShaped, by no means a butcher right here. Only priests left.
Falls back with the speed scroll, could perhaps go to the fountain to heal up a little bit there, but StarShaped is following him, ready to wake up the creeps. Knoff could play it safe here and go for a TP. Heal scroll and invul. He wants to fight instead. He's healing up. Valuable seconds at this fountain. Suddenly TC healthy again. Creeps woken up. Flanking Knoff from the side. But again, no Stormbolt and nothing to fear.
Yeah. StarShaped on life support. That's for sure. 4 rifles only. No clap, no Stormbolt, and Knoff is so fast. He's just hunting him across the entire map. He always has the mana when he needs it. Gets the Devour off as well. Retreats thanks to the speed scroll, so he can't even get that Rifleman back. Very, very well executed by Knoff, punishing almost every mistake.
Yeah, these stomps into Devours have been looking really good. Doesn't even need the end snares for them.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Always
Gets
has the
level
end
4
snares for the
here.
Mountain King.
Buys the TP to be safe. And oh my god, is he fast now.
Feels like a speed
Kodo.
scroll, but it isn't.
Yeah, Kodo's outrunning the militia easy. Oh,
Lovely,
but
lovely, and holy.
don't want to stay at the fountain too long, little Kodo beast. Is that a bait? It might be a bait. Knoff is coming around from the other side. MK returns. He's got 1 Stormbolt. 2 in a bit.
Okay. What's next? Starship is falling back. 47 supply only. Good thing for the human is no sign of an expansion for Knoff. He's also not breaking upkeep. Should be a lot of items for him though. Is that time for the rat spot? For finally a level 3 Mountain King.
So Knoff could easily open up the natural now. But seems like he's got an advantage. Why not press his advantage? He's gonna heal up a little bit at his shop. Get some more mana potions. I'd really love to see that expansion on the high ground. I think he has to take out 1 more creep. But for now, Knoff is focused on fighting. Wants to enter into the next engagement. Somehow supply is even again. Somehow the MK now is level 3. Yeah. Oh, that Drake with Stormbolt, perhaps he could get him.
Oh, not willing to go for it. Here we got it. Item on the ground, Belt of Giant Strength, the 1-2-0 spot. Willing to get it? Yeah. The weight belt.
1-2-0 spot?
Yeah, there was a match where 1-2-0 did pretty much exactly this, and the item dropped at pretty much exactly that spot, but he could, for some reason didn't see it and never picked up the item, and people, of course, Chinese community made fun of him for letting the item on the ground.
Not seeing the item every single time.
Ridiculous, right? Big invul potion on the TC feels good.
600 gold for Knoff. What's he wanting to spend it on? Going for some upgrades now. Attack upgrades for the Grunts and Raiders.
He's close to the shop now. He could go for heal scroll. Even has a mana potion. 2 invuls. Heal scrolls would suit him very, very well.
But not expanding for as long as he is might backfire on him. If StarShaped gets to 70 supply, this army becomes strong. If the TC gets pressured well. And he doesn't have many bonus HP items or armor items. This TC could be attackable, even with that invul.
Flute. Good thing that the rifles don't get it, I guess. Okay, now what? He has almost all items he wants. 1 heal scroll, 1 invul. Super tanky MK again. You really shouldn't focus him, I think. Constantly calling militia. Man, they have a busy day.
Getting that workout in. Oh yeah.
Forces are under attack.
A lot of supply for Knoff is stuck in the main. He hasn't brought his armies together yet.
Just like Echo Isles. Interesting.
That's so much supply, dude. Jeez Louise.
How much is it?
15.
Wow. Thank you, Wayne John Wayne, for the 4-month resub. Ordered some merch for the anniversary. Keep it up. Thank you very much. What did you get? I really love the college jacket, by the way. It's amazing quality.
Is it comfy?
It's super comfy. It's perfect for cold summer evenings on the terrace.
Ah, perfect time of the year.
It is! So, anyway, got a level 4.5 TC who's pretty bruised. Needs a little bath to heal up, and StarShaped is getting units.
Yeah, got 1 raider at least, but there was a lot of mana from the MK. Militia's about to run out, and now the forces join here for Knuff. I think this would be a good time for the Orc now to take a fight. Also, thing to remember, all kills go towards experience, and this TC is close to 5. Long range ensnare on the Mountain King.
Thanks for reminding us that kills give experience in Warcraft 3. It's very good insight, Remo. Just like my insight in the Czechi versus Psycho match. We are true experts here, and we go into the next fight. Is this the last one? Kodo's trying to get the Devour off, but StarShaped's Maker seems to be getting a little better. First Kodo knocked out. Oh, right now I say it and the Devour goes off. Can't prevent anyone, I guess. All of them, I guess. Raider about to fall. The claps are really good. Chain Lightning does some serious damage.
MK out of mana. He's waiting for the next spell to come in. The level 2 aura is working, but working only slowly. Whereas the TC still has more stomps to use. Could be given that mana potion still, by the way. Chain Lightning over the top. TC with the invul. That seems a little frivolous, but okay. It's a great stomp there in the back. I guess it was well used. And he's now 1 kill away from level 5. And there it is. And that's level 3 stomp. Ladies and gentlemen, 5-second stun on a 7-second cooldown. Nothing can move. Lightning shield on top of everything else. And the next stomp has the MK's name written on it.
I agree,
So he got the invul. Can he dodge it again? Not this time. Chain Lightning, right clicks. Does he have the time? Oh my god. Stomp. Still pretty good. This TC having a field day now.
Oh man, the lightning shield combos again. GG, congrats! StarShaped taps out and is eliminated with 2-0 as Knoff, the Bald Orc, makes it into the close qualifier. Knoff, congratulations from our side as well.
Knoff and Czechi, the winners today. Congrats, but congrats only partly in order, because yes, they get to move on to the close qualifiers, but that is what it's really all about. Close qualifiers of 24 players are going to be played tomorrow and on Sunday to figure out who joins the 4 greats in the main season. And dude, that's going to be some sick matches and some really hard matches.
Looking forward to it. First Swede in the close qualifier, the 5th Orc, alongside Cash, Cooper, Spiral, and Bazaar. So I think the European Orc elite is gathered for once. No one's skipping. Now the question is, will they all play Orc, or will Spiral and Cash play something different? But that is a question for tomorrow. I wonder, Remo, if they gonna implement the results already, like right now, on the ESL page, and if we get our pairings for tomorrow already.
They haven't yet.
Go Tech Priest, hurry up!
There were some matchups shown, like for example, Stronic versus X-Lord and so on, but these are going to be reshuffled because of course we need to mix the 2 new players in, rattle that seeding box again, and see what pops out.
Exactly.
So these matches that you may have seen aren't the actual ones that were going to be happening.